Hey everybody, welcome to The Real Take. We're talking Ready Player One in 3, 2, 1. Ready Player One is the film adaptation of the wildly successful novel by Ernest Cline under the same name. As the story goes, the creator of a virtual reality world known as the Oasis dies and releases a video informing all Oasis players that if they are able to unlock all 3 hidden keys in the Oasis, they will receive not only his fortune, but also an Easter egg which will allow them to be in control of the entire Oasis. The creator of the Oasis is named Halliday, and he announces in his post-death video that his fortune is worth over $500 billion. So with such high stakes, this grabs not only the attention of regular individual Oasis players, but also companies, specifically IOI. Now the movie takes place in a futuristic, poverty-stricken world, so this money is more than enticing to individual players, and to the owner of IOI, he wants to take control of the Oasis to fill it with ads to make even more money. So it starts out as a virtual reality fight turns into a real-world war. If you were a fan of the original novel, you may or may not like the movie. A number of things did change throughout the storyline. I will tell you this much though, if you're a fan of 80s and 90s pop culture, you'll at least find this film nostalgic, as there are a number of characters and even vehicles from other movies, such as the DeLorean from Back to the Future, T-Rex from Jurassic Park, King Kong, the Iron Giant, and a number of others. And I'll be honest, this story sounded very intriguing to me, as well as many others I know. But I think the question most people are wondering is, can this type of story that dives so far into the virtual reality world, that was so successful as a novel, can that translate onto the movie screen? Well, if anybody's going to do it, it's Spielberg, right? Well, not so fast. As big of a Spielberg fan as I am, and I know a lot of you are, this was probably the least Spielberg-esque movie I've seen. But it wasn't so much a poor job of directing, I just didn't feel like he had enough to work with to make this movie work. And as far as the cast goes, I would say they just did an okay job of acting. It wasn't so awful that you couldn't bear to watch, but it certainly wasn't great. But despite not being Spielberg's best, there was one scene in particular that just blew me away, and that was the first racing sequence. It's during the challenge to unlock the first key in the Oasis, and the lead character is driving a DeLorean from Back to the Future, so you're already off to a good start. And then you have the T-Rex from Jurassic Park around the corner, you've got King Kong jumping from buildings trying to wreck the other drivers, and the camera is spinning and flipping with people as they crash. So there's a lot going on here, but it was honestly quite a spectacle to see. So for me personally, even though it was cool to see the nostalgia from the 80s and 90s on screen in a movie from 2018, it just wasn't enough to give this movie what it needed. So unfortunately, with that said, I'm going to say that Player One was not ready.